Hello folks, my name is Larry Heather, and from Calgary, Alberta, my Twitter handle is @CalgarySenate. Now, some of you may have read in the papers or heard in the media this week that I was thrown out of City Hall and banned from entering there on a trespass order for the period of 2 years. This is the offending document here, and it says, notice to specific person under the Trespass to Premises Act. Pursuant to the Trespass to Premises Act, this confirms that Larry Heather is prohibited from being on the lands owned, occupied by the City of Calgary, described as the municipal complex, for a period of 2 years. So that's 2 years banned, just conveniently to take me out, of course, from the 2017 municipal election, for which I am registered as a candidate for the office of mayor, same as last time in 2013. I felt compelled to run against Mayor Nenshi at that time, and I gained 1,857 votes. It may not seem a lot, but it represents people from all over the City of Calgary, and when I speak on behalf of them in a public hearing against residential secondary suite change to zoning, I speak with a bit of authority. However, Mayor Nenshi has decided to employ some of his debate tricks that he learned back in university. And so you have Schopenhauer's debate trick number 36, which is a certain mayor at public hearings may puzzle and bewilder you by mere bombast. If the opponent is intimidated by the office of mayor itself, or does not wish to appear as if he or she has no idea what the mayor is talking about, the mayor can easily shut you down by some specious argument that sounds indisputable. Now on Monday, as many times in the past, the mayor cut me off at least 3 times by making statements implying that I was wildly outside of the area of the topic under discussion. In fact, he seeks to narrow the grounds of the debate to such a point that your argument is ineffectual. And I do not go off bringing in illustrations or comparative analysis for no good reason. These are all effective debate tools that you can bring to your aid to convince the councillors around him, if not him, that rezoning this and robbing a community of R1 residential, as I was saying in the first video, residential 1 is a highly desirable community status. It increases neighborhood surveillance, safety for children, a decrease in transient traffic through the community, so you have a better idea who's entering and who's leaving the community. And if every R1 zone in Calgary was eliminated as per the current municipal development plan, MDP, which I call the mixed up devolution plan, then there will be no zones of that type of stability left. We will have what they call mixed communities of all socioeconomic groups, which means nobody can work their way up in status, or nor do they have the motivation to, because city planning will knock you down to one size fits all. So on Monday, at the last cutoff, the mayor says to me, well, you know, I let you go on because it's your home community and it's just down the alley from you, but really, you know, so he's implying that, again, as I give the history of the developers in Southwood and the residential 1 covenants that they made with the home buyers, and the fact that my dad bought into this community some 53 years ago, paying extra for residential 1 status. And he implies it's not relevant. Neither is the fact that the new community standards bylaw revisions will forbid you to put a flyer in the neighbor's mailbox if they have any kind of sticker on it. So you can't do door-to-door anymore in your own neighborhood even if it's a vital issue of land zoning bylaw changes. So this is a complete restriction, a denial of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Section 19, freedom of speech and expression. Now, the mayor said that was off topic too, and I, by that time, got a little bit tired of that and said, well, you know, you cut me off. He said, move away from the mic, Mr. Heather. I'm going to cut you off. So I just stood there at the podium as he cut me off, and then he called for the security guards. And the security guards, he said, I'm going to ban you from the city hall for a period of 1 year. Security guards came, but they couldn't really move me. I wanted to talk to a city police constable, and I would talk and listen to his instruction. So he suspended the meeting, and at that time I said to him, you are the biggest bully in this city of Calgary. And I mean it. And Sean Chu, the councillor, had said the same thing about him allowing secondary suite applicants to talk just about on any topic and never get a cutoff. And the moment somebody opposes an application, these people are belittled and cut off. And if you mention anything about cultural standards, about standards of lawn care or unsightliness, all of a sudden you become a hater and a racist. In fact, in this meeting, he said, Mr. Heather, don't say one word relating to your hatred or relating to hatred and racism. You see, he's redefined these terms to mean something they never before in history meant. There's so much more content he has packed into those terms. So if you have any disagreement with an applicant at all on culture or on even religious expectations, you are a racist. Well, I would like to tell you, Mr. Mayor, that race is a God-given gift from God himself. We don't choose it. It's something to be celebrated. But, and you can't criticize somebody for being born in a race. But you can criticize something that is chosen by man or women, cultural standards, and religions, especially if they conflict with the essential values necessary for the maintenance of a Western democracy. And this I speak to. I would ask folks that you not accept what has been said in the papers, that it was merely a matter of me going over time and not wanting to comply. This has happened time and time again, both in committee and in council, that I get cut off. And I am bringing up very valid things that they don't want to hear, and they don't want especially to see it broadcast over the cable system, Shaw Cable, or to the webcast, to the internet. They do not want people to have this information. They seem to think that the doc cam, the video of the meeting, belongs to them, not the citizens. And if they don't want material on there that is embarrassing to them, they want to cut it off. They want to shut people up at City Hall, and now slapping a 2-year ban just arbitrarily in the matter of a minute. Not even properly, I don't think it even constitutes a legal trespass notice. And I am going to appeal this. I'm going to challenge this, and I would encourage you to phone City Hall and ask that they revoke this. I do a lot of things at City Hall, and I am looking into some sort of crowdfunding. No, folks, you won't get any tax-deductible receipt. This is political work. This is things you can't get a tax receipt for. But I would like to have more people behind me to preserve freedom of speech in the city of Calgary. And I thank you very much, and you have a very good week. Thank you very much. Larry Heather at Calgary Senate on Twitter. Thank you.